we need to identify the transfer function of a given block diagram, okay, using block reduction techniques. We have total 11 rules. We need to identify which rule is applicable, and we need to reduce the given block diagram in the simple form. So that is the transfer function. So transfer function is nothing but the ratio of output is given, it is C, and input is R. So in S domain you can, that is C of S, R of S. You can write this as transfer function of C of S and R of S. You need to obtain the transfer function for this complete system. So this will be the block diagram. So you need to apply the rules and execute and reduce and obtain the final form. So if you observe, we have total 3 summing points and 2 takeoff points, okay. And the step number 1, in case if you are able to identify any blocks in series, you need to multiply that. If you find any blocks in parallel, you should add that. So first identify such cases. Whereas in this block diagram, I could see that the block G1 and the block G4, these two blocks are in series, and we have 2 more blocks which are in parallel. If you observe the signal, so from input to output, so we call this as a forward path, and we have total 1, 2, 3 takeoff. And is it all 3 are the feedback? You need to check with the sign. When I check here, so this one is in opposite direction, S, this will act as a feedback. And if I check the last, yeah, even that the last signal is also in opposite direction to the forward path. So these two will act as a takeoff point, whereas this, if you see the direction, so the direction will match exactly with the forward path. If you check the forward path direction, both are towards the output, like from input to output, whereas you are not it is difficult to consider this as a takeoff point. So it will be one more path, and G3, G2 are in parallel. So I can find G1, G4 in series, and these two are in parallel. And I should apply the rule. If you find any blocks in series, those blocks will get multiplied, and the same if you find any blocks in parallel, those blocks will get added up. So let me reflect the same. I will just do the copy paste so that the reduction will be easy. So this is the given problem. Now in step 2, okay, before writing the next block, if you highlight your steps, like step number 1, so here what I will do, I will add multiply block G1 and G2, because these two are in series. This will be the first thing, and the second is G3, add the blocks G2 and G3, because these two are parallel. So let me erase these two are in series. What I will do, and these two are in parallel, and if you notice to this summing point I don't have any more signal coming to that point. Okay, one from forward path, one from the G3, so I don't have any more feedback, so I can eliminate this summing point also. So while reducing, what I will do, I will just eliminate that particular summing point also. So my final reduction will be in step 1. So I found G1 G4 in parallel series, so I will write these two blocks in a single form, G1 multiplied by G4. Okay, followed with, and I had G2 G3 in parallel, so if you find two blocks in parallel you should add, so that is G2 plus G3, and eliminate that particular summing point. Now after this, further reduction, so, and I don't have any more blocks in series, I don't have any more blocks in parallel. What else can be done? And if you notice, you can identify a minor, the step number 3, in case if you are able to identify any minor feedback loop, then you need to consider that particular loop and you need to reduce by applying formula. So the same, what I will do, I will check whether any feedback available. If you see here, let me highlight the feedback. So this starting of a simple closed loop is nothing but it will have a block in forward path and one more block in feedback path, one summing point and one takeoff point. That is the definition. And if you consider this, I have a summing point and this will be my forward path and this is takeoff, and my feedback will be, this will be my feedback. So this will be my feedback. You should reduce that using formula. So we know that the formula of a minor feedback loop is given by, that is G of S by 1 plus or minus G of S H of S. We shall consider the block which is highlighted in green, that will be G of S, that is in forward path, and H1 which is in feedback, that will be H of S which is in feedback path. So you need to apply the formula. So you can see, and again here we are not having any more takeoff. So we are having the signal coming from the forward path and the feedback. So no more feedback has been taken and no more signal is moving out from the summing point. Okay, so we can reduce and we can eliminate this. Okay, how to write? So in the place of, if I write G of S as G1 G4 by, so here the sign is positive, so you need to apply the negative sign, that is 1 minus G1 G4 H1. This will be your block. After reducing this minor feedback, so you can rewrite the complete block, okay, complete loop in a single block. So let me represent the same. So my block will be G1 G4 1 minus G1 G4 H1. So finally,
Sir, hello.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, why is it minus, sir?
Minus, while deriving, I have shown you that, okay, I will just take, if I find that derivation, yes, let me scroll up. Yeah, you remember this equation? See, we have considered a minor feedback loop. So this is a minor feedback loop. In a forward path, I have one block G of S, and in backward, I have H of S. And the signal, it could be positive or negative. We considered the both, if you can see here. Okay, while substituting, see here. Okay, while substituting, we found that, see, as C of S by H of S. In case if it is having a negative signal, consider, let me, okay, erase this, and consider I will have a negative signal here. So what will happen? I will transfer this LHS complete minus C of S, the same you can consider here, minus C of S H of S, here this part which I have made in bracket. I will transfer this complete part to the RHS. You can notice that the sign minus will change to positive. Okay, so it is better if I consider one sign. Consider it as a positive feedback. Okay, it had a positive feedback B of S. Okay, so what will happen here? The equation will be, see, this will, from here I will change, C of S is equal to R of S G of S. So we have a positive, so I will consider plus. Okay, positive feedback C of S H of S G of S. Now I will write in terms of transfer function. Transfer function is nothing but output by input. So output is C of S and input is R of S. What I will do? I will shift this complete term to the LHS. What will happen? C of S, this will become minus C of S H of S plus G of S, that is equal to R of S G of S. Okay, then I have a term C of S as a common. This is output, I will take it outside. C of S is equal to 1 minus G of S this is not plus, yes, 1 minus G of S H of S. Okay, remaining is R of S multiplied by G of S. Now I will write in terms of C of S by R of S. So this complete term, if you see, I will again transfer to the RHS. So let me write here C of S, and the R of S I will get it to the denominator in LHS. R of S, that is equal to, in numerator I will have G of S, in denominator 1 minus G of S H of S. If you see here, okay, my feedback was negative, positive. My feedback was positive, and while doing the conversion, I obtained my final transfer function as C of S R of S, that is equal to G of S by 1 minus, opposite to that minus, because I am shifting, while simplifying, I am shifting from LHS to RHS, so that I will get the negative sign. So in simple, you just remember, if it is having a positive feedback, okay, you just replace the formula with negative. In case if it is having negative feedback, replace with positive. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so that is why you need to see here, you are having the negative feedback. So what will happen in your formula while substituting? It will become positive. and now we have a block, okay, two blocks in series. Let me reduce this first. What I will do, so I will consider here G1 G4 multiplied by G2 plus G3, okay, in numerator. Okay, so this act as a my block in forward path, and this one as a block in the feedback. See, I will show you a very simple method in order to write down the final transfer function. So if I consider this as an R of S and this as an C of S, input and output, so final transfer function will be C of S by R of S. And so here you consider this portion. So we know the formula. So formula will be the same here. G of S by 1 plus or minus G of S into H of S. We need to write in this form. So since we have in the G of S as in the form of A by B. Okay, I will consider this as A by B, or so you just consider it as very simple. Numerator, denominator. I will consider complete G1, G4, G2 plus G3 multiplied by G2 plus G3 as a numerator, 1 minus G1, G4, H1 as denominator, and this as H2 as it is. Okay, so final need not to take directly, you substitute as numerator, okay, divided by denominator plus numerator multiplied by H2, whatever the block. You can write this as H of S, complete block as H of S. Straight away if you substitute this, you will get the final answer. So same I will show here. The numerator is G1 G4 multiplied by G2 plus G3 whole divided by, so what is the denominator here? 1 minus G1 G4 H1 again. So this sign will depends on whether it is a positive or negative. Okay, I will just add it as plus or minus. So here we have a negative sign, so it will become positive, and again the numerator is G1 G4 multiplied by G2 plus G3, so H of S is H2. This is one simple form where you can directly substitute. In normal method, if I want to show you the same, so it's not a big thing, you need to write in the form. So what I have done is, if you consider this as a numerator and denominator, final numerator by denominator by 1, so this is G of S, complete G of S, 1, we have an negative signal, this will become plus numerator by denominator into H of S. So finally if you do the same, numerator by denominator D plus N into H of S, always the denominator get cancelled, finally you will end up with numerator divided by denominator. I will write this as plus or minus depending on the sign, numerator into H of S. This is how you can rewrite. So you can save time in examination. Or else if you want to substitute the same, you can do that. It takes more time. You need to cancel, you need to write in the form. See, in this form you need to represent the complete equation, and later you need to cancel out the denominator and rewrite the final function. But I have shown you how to read the final form directly. So this will be your final transfer function. You can see here, this will be your final transfer function of a given block diagram. This is how we will reduce for many problems. In case if there is any complicated system that will be represented in a block diagram, that block diagram will be reduced, and again to further analysis you can provide a standard inputs and check how the nature of output will be. So here our purpose is to just learn how to reduce a given block diagram. Any doubts? Those who didn't understand this step can ask me. I will explain how I have written that numerator by denominator plus numerator into h of s. Simple conversion. Okay, so let me move on to the next problem. So this is problem number 3. We need to obtain the transfer function reducing this block diagram. Now if you check this block diagram, you may not find any blocks in series or any blocks in parallel or any minor feedback loop. So this is a problem. This is very simple actually, but you need to look in a different way. You need to follow the path. You need to identify the proper summing point and proper takeoff point and re-represent the same. Rewrite the same sketch so that you can reduce. So when you check here, observe here, my signal will flow from input to output, okay, from in this direction, and I have a takeoff. Okay, when you identify clearly, so I have a takeoff point following in this direction, okay, and I have a one more takeoff here, so I will just neglect that for time being, and in this direction, and it is moving to this summing point. See, this is one representation, and one more representation is I have one more takeoff point here, so moving to only to this point. If I mention the summing point as 1, 2, 3, so let me follow the path. So takeoff point moving to the second summing point, the output from H1, and next the output from H1 as well as the output from H2, it is moving to this summing point, and finally H1, H2, H3 moving to the first summing point. So the problem is very simple. You need to just rewrite the same. Okay, let me, so what I will do, I will just copy the same, okay, yes. Now let me erase, and what I will do, I will rewrite. Okay, so my first path is let me take this down. Yeah. If you check, yeah, so my first path is the takeoff point from here and moving along with H1, meeting the summing point 2. So let me do the same. So I will take a takeoff point and it is moving to H2. Okay, with the output from only H1. So this will be my first path, followed with see, while rewriting, so nothing has been disturbed. So takeoff point, measuring the signal of G1, G2, G3, moving along H1, moving to the 7.2. So the same thing is done. I'm moving to this second summing point. Nothing has been altered, nothing has been disturbed. So same, we shall move on to the next, that is H1, H2, moving to the third summing point. So let me write. So here we are moving the two blocks, that is H1 as well as H2. So let it be H2, H1. This is one more path, and the final path you can see H1, H2, H3 to the first summing point. So H1, H2, H3 to the first summing point. Now if you analyze carefully, we have three minor loops. So let me represent the same. So this is first loop, okay, you can see here this is the first loop, and the second loop, this is second loop, and we have the third loop, this is the third loop, and our main forward path, this will be our main forward path. Okay. So this will be our forward path. So total we have three minor loops we need to reduce step by step. Okay, if I consider this, so just apply the formula, and the sign all are negative. This is negative,
Sir, can
negative.
you explain it again to the thing H1, H2, and H3?
Yeah, so check. Okay, let me come to the previous sketch. So if you look here, so this is a forward path, and in forward path I have summing point 1, 2, 3. So now we need to rewrite the feedback so that we can reduce, we can understand in easy way. So when I start with the path, let me take a highlighter. Okay, so I will show the first path. Okay, when I follow this path, okay, this is a minor loop. Okay, when I rewrite, so I have one summing point. Okay, first what I will do, this is a loop. I don't say it as a minor loop, this as a loop, starting with a summing point, moving along with and reaching the same point. So that we call it as a loop. So starting position is the second summing point, and the signal is moving along with G2, summing point 3, G3, and it is taking a feedback and followed with H1 and coming to the same point. We call this as a loop. This is first loop. Let us identify the loops. Done. Next loop, I have this, let me write in same loop H2. Okay, so this is second loop, following with H1, H2, and coming back to the third summing point. I have written the same, and final is H1, H2, H3 coming to the last. Now when I have rewritten the same. I have not modified anything, just in order to make it understandable I have rewritten the same sketch. Nothing has been disturbed. If you see, if you check the yellow, H1 to the second point, summing point, see the same H1 to the second summing point, it is represented here in green, H1 to the second summing point. And if you check in green, that is H1, H2 to the third summing point, H1, H2 to the third summing point. Finally, H1, H2, H3 to the first summing point. Same. I have rewritten the same block diagram as per the convenience. That's it. Now you can check which is a minor feedback loop. So the first one, in minor feedback loop, I have one summing point, this one, and one takeoff point, and I have a block. You can multiply this. These two are in series. This will become one block. H2 multiplied by H1 will become one block in feedback. So this you can reduce by applying the formula. So when I do that, so my final equation will be R of S, first summing point, G1, G2, and see, for this third summing point I don't have any more signal coming to that apart from the forward path. So this will be reduced, and I will eliminate that particular third summing point, and I will rewrite in a complete block form, that is G3 by, and it has a negative sign, 1 plus G3 H2 H1 H2. Okay, this will be the block. So first is done, and remaining is I have one more feedback to the second summing point, that is H1. And one more to the first summing point. I can write this H3, H2, H1 in a single block. All three are in series. I will represent H1, H2, H3. Yeah. So these two are negative signal. Now you can find one more minor feedback. So you can cross multiply G2 within this block. So let me write the same. So G2. Both are in series, that is done. Now a minor feedback loop. So in forward path I have one block, in feedback one block, and this you can resolve. So follow the same technique. What I said, numerator by denominator plus numerator into h of s. So here the numerator is, so this form I am writing n by d. Numerator is G2, G3. Denominator is 1 plus G3, H1, H2. So the numerator is G2, G3, and the denominator is 1 plus G3, H1, H2. And the sign, next the sign will come. So this sign will depends on here. So this is a negative, we will have a positive. Again numerator multiplied by h of s. I will write below. So numerator is G2, G3 multiplied by h of s is nothing but h1. So let me erase this and I will rewrite. So this summing point will be eliminated and we left with one block. So the same block I will write G2, G3 whole divided by 1 plus G3 H1 H2 plus G2 G3 H1. This will be the block. And again I have a block G1 in series. You can add here, multiply and neglect that. And finally I have G of s in forward path, H of s in feedback, and one summing point and one takeoff point. So finally you can reduce the same. So follow the same formula. So I will write the numerator G1, G2, G3 whole divided by, again the denominator portion, that is 1 plus G3 H1 H2 plus G2 G3 H1 Okay, this is complete act as a denominator, and again the sign will depends on the feedback. Negative, add this as a positive. Again we have numerator, that is g1 g2 g3 multiplied by h of s, that is h1 h2 h3. So this will be your final transfer function, nothing but output by input. So this will be your final equation. See, sometimes they may give a random, like a complex circuit. Okay, when you understand, when you check the signal flow, then you will realize that it will have a minor feedback loop. And see, here we have not done any shifting. Don't straight away jump into the conclusion that only shifting will reduce the block diagram. See, both will be there for exam. You have to shift the summing point or the takeoff point in order to reduce. Or first step, you check how the signal is flowing. In case if you are getting any minor feedback loop directly, then you resolve that. Or else you need to shift the particular summing point or takeoff point so that you can get a minor feedback loop. Then only you do the shifting. See, always shifting will give you one more additional block. It could be the reciprocal or the same block. Okay, try to analyze the graph, given block diagram. Based on that, you apply the technique, whether it has to be done by shifting the blocks or shifting the summing point, or it can be done by rewriting the same block diagram. So this part you should understand, that given block diagram can be rewritten, and don't expect the same question. Similar way, we have to shift summing point or takeoff point to reduce. So we will discuss such kind of problem in next class. Okay, I will wind up here.